we are going to understand the new product development process, and let me give a brief introduction to the whole topic. First, let's understand why companies need to develop new products. Companies are under a lot of stress. They need to perform well at a consistent level. They need to remain above their competitors in all respects. And today's business environment is very fast paced. It is very hugely competitive. And if companies need to safeguard themselves from competition, new product development is a very important prerequisite. Customers also are becoming more and more powerful than ever before. So it's not just competitors, but also customers that force companies to innovate and bring out new products in the market frequently. Globalization means that demands of customers all over the world are converging. Trends are changing very fast, and these trends are fast to catch on in various parts of the world. Apart from globalization, there is digitization, which allows for information and technology to be transferred from one place to another in a very seamless way. So there is no regard really for any physical boundaries. It's a very open transfer of information and technology. Such are the conditions that necessitate fast action on behalf of a company. Companies need to remain very relevant to changing trends and consumer needs. Businesses have recognized time and again that innovate or die is the mantra. Organizations need to follow this really closely, and they need to keep this at the heart of their operations. Change is the only constant, and companies that evolve and embrace change in a planned way fare much better than companies that take change as a reactionary outcome. So it is healthier for a company that they plan for change rather than let change take over them by surprise. Any company that is desirous of becoming successful and of warding off competitive threats needs to have a plan in place. Change and development that starts from within the company is much more healthy and effective than one which is forced from outside. And firms need to formalize a new product development process. They need to have a process in place, and they need to have top management involvement so that such initiatives are properly carried out. Now let's understand why exactly firms need to develop new products. There are various reasons. First of all, we understand that products have a very limited life. Any new product that is launched one day and it becomes a success, it will see years of growth, increase in sales, demand, success, and eventually there will come a time where it sees stagnant growth and sales becoming stagnant. That is the point when it will turn towards slowly decline. And when products decline, companies need new products to take their place. This is an inevitable cycle, and this is also due to the fact that technology changes, customers' habits change, preferences change, and companies need to make sure they are able to keep up with this continuous process of evolving. So we understand that to ensure a long and profitable life for themselves, companies need to invest time and resources in new product development. We also know, just as human beings need to change to keep in tune with current trends, companies also need to remain contemporary. They need to remain relevant to consumers. And new products are a way that the firm reinvents itself. A firm also is able to communicate to its customers that it is not being complacent, it is not resting on its past achievements, and rather it is working hard to fulfill newer needs of customers and also acquiring new customers in this entire process. New products become a very good opportunity for firms to remain in the public eye. A new product launch gives the firm a lot of publicity. Media, press, they all talk about it, and it becomes an important aspect of their marketing campaign. In certain product categories like low involvement products, FMCGs, that is fast moving consumer goods, such kind of awareness and publicity can be a factor in itself which is sufficient to cause increase in demand. People who see a new advertisement or who find out other people talking about a new product launch can go and try out a new product just to find out what it's like, and that can lead to an increase in sales. Certain companies make innovation their unique selling proposition. That is what they are known for. And such companies differentiate themselves from others on this very basis. They have a very high focus on new product development. There are other firms that can have a different level of focus on new product development. But in highly competitive markets, markets such as technological products, fashion garments, companies cannot afford to be complacent about new product development. They have to be at the top of changing trends, and they need to innovate at a higher rate than others to become successful in their respective fields. Now let us understand the options that firms have to introduce new products. One can look at it in the form of a spectrum from the most risky option to the least risky option. We'll start with the least risky option, which is repositioning a product. Repositioning a product means that you're introducing the product in a new way, putting it in a new light, or highlighting a new feature of an existing product. So it is not bringing a new to the world product. In fact, it is just highlighting a different use or a feature of an existing product. And as it can be understood, it is quite less risky than all the other options available in the market. The second option that a firm has that increases slightly in risk is making a minor or a major improvement to an existing product. So the improvement or the change that the firm is making can be a cosmetic change, or it can even be a major uphaul. The third option and an increased in risk option which the firm has is adding a new brand to its existing product line. So it is taking a risk in so far as it is adding a new brand, it is introducing a new brand, but the firm is still within an existing product line that it is already working on. So that is the third option that the firm has. The fourth option that a firm has is adding a completely new product line to the existing portfolio of products that a firm already has, and this increases slightly in risk from the previous options. The last option that a firm has is introducing a completely new to the world product, and this calls for major research and development. It needs to be a breakthrough. It is a discovery in the real sense of the word.
After studying this module, we shall be able to understand the importance of new product development for a firm, know the various choices firms have for the same, and learn the cause of success and failure of these new products. In today's competitive and fast-paced business environment, companies are under stress to remain above board and perform well at a consistent level if they intend to be safeguarded from competition. Customers are more powerful than ever before, with information available everywhere easily. With globalization, demands of customers all over the world are converging and trends catch on fast everywhere. Digitization allows technology and information to be seamlessly transferred without concern for physical boundaries. Business gurus have recognized time and again, innovate or die is the mantra that organizations need to imbibe. Change is the only constant, and companies that embrace change in a planned way are able to perform better in the long run. Change and development that starts from within is healthier and more effective than one which is forced or reactionary due to changing external circumstances. Why should firm focus on new product development? Products have a limited life. A new product, if successful, will see phases of rapid growth in demand followed by stagnant growth, a kind of plateau where it enjoys a high level of popularity and sales for a while, and eventually will face decline in growth and sales. This is inevitable and attributable to changing customer habits and preferences and changing in technology. To keep up with this continual process of evolving customer needs and to ensure a long and profitable life for the firm, it has to invest time and other resources into new product development. Just as humans need to change to be relevant to present trends, firms need to develop newer products to remain contemporary. New product development allows a firm to reinvent itself. This way, a firm communicates to its customer that is not complacent or resting on its existing achievements. Instead, it is striving towards serving existing customers in a better way as well as gathering new customers into its fold. New products launches are an excellent opportunity for the firm to be in the public eye, be featured in the business news, and get an opportunity to express its philosophy and reason for existence to customers. In low involvement product categories like FMCGs, awareness can sometimes be a sufficient condition for preference of product. Certain companies like 3M have made innovation and new product development their USP. That is, what differentiates them from other companies. Different firms can have a varying focus on new products. Firms in highly competitive markets, technology driven markets, or markets that cater to changing trends, such as fashion garments, may need to innovate on a much higher rate than others. Even so, any firm that wishes to make a name for itself and satisfy customers on a long term basis needs to lay emphasis on new product development. Now let's go over the choices firms have for new product development. A. New product is not always a new to the world innovation. It can even be a small or major improvement on an existing product. Actually, there are several options existing for firms that want to expand their portfolio and develop new products. Most often, firms end up tweaking on existing products and relaunching them. On one extreme of the spectrum is repositioning, that is, promoting an existing product for a different use or feature. For instance, Maggi started to focus attention on the health aspects and nutritional content of Maggi noodles. It presented the same product differently. Next, a firm may actually launch an improved version of an existing product. Such an improvement may be minor or cosmetic or even a major uphaul. For instance, the new Volkswagen Beetle has been launched recently with major improvements in features and safety aspects. Such a move is welcomed by the customers as it makes an existing product even better. It is likely to lead to surge in demand for the improved product. For marketers, it carries low risk as an existing product that is already in use is worked upon, and that doesn't require investment in the scale required for an absolutely new product. Further, a firm may decide to launch a new product by adding a brand to its existing product line. For instance, Hindustan Unilever Limited may add a new premium bathing soap to its existing line of bathing soaps. Such a decision is likely to be taken based on a thorough assessment of the target market and its needs, and the new premium soap would be positioned accordingly so that it doesn't eat into the market share of its existing soap brands. This kind of launch strategy allows a firm to cater to needs of a new target market. Adding a new product line is another way of adding to the portfolio of products a company offers. For example, if Johnson and Johnson enters into food and nutrition segment of babies, offering baby foods, then it would constitute addition of new product line apart from personal care products for babies. This strategy would be higher on risk as it involves the firm to move away from its already established product line into an absolutely new one. Lastly, a firm can offer a completely new to the world product, an invention that has not been developed before. This would be possible due to technology breakthrough or intensive research and development in new areas. This is the least common of product launches seen across firms and carries the most risk as no one would have been seen or used such a product before. However, if a success, such a product can catapult the firm into fame and fortunes. Now let's come to the risk of failure involved in new product launches. Statistics show that for every 4 products in development, only one emerges as successful. This information may sound daunting to product managers, but there are ways to minimize the risk of failure associated with new product development and launch. A discussion on factors that cause new product failure will also help understand ways to minimize and prevent them. Most product failures can be attributed to failure of one or more of its marketing mix elements. That is, product itself, Its features are not what users appreciate, a technical issue that went undetected during development process, design that is unaesthetic or low on utility, packaging that is unappealing or doesn't support product's image, etc. Price much higher than what customers can afford or deem justified for the product, or so low that customers start suspecting the product quality. Promotional activities undertaken, not enough awareness created for the new product, thus affecting initial demand or communication, not clear for prospective customers to understand the message and develop an interest in new product. Distribution channels adopted. Distribution reach limited or inappropriate distribution channels selected. Apart from these factors, new products may perform poorly due to over-championing, which may happen on account of creating a big hype around the product before its launch, with the result that it doesn't actually live up to the high expectations created. Overestimated demand for a new product may cause surplus stock with no takers and therefore result in losses for the company. High development costs may lead the company to abandon the new product altogether or see through its launch with accumulating losses. A strong competitive reaction can also dampen a new product launch. In highly competitive markets, competitors are known to react aggressively to preserve their position in the face of a new launch. Take the example of Company A, which is made aware of an upcoming product launch by Company B. In such case, A may engage in undercutting the price of the product to be launched by B or announce schemes and discounts just ahead of the launch to encourage customers to stock up on Company A's product in advance, or even increase its advertising and promotion spends to counter expected advertising Company B new launch. That is why most companies prefer to keep new product launches under wraps till a formal announcement is made and the product is rolled out quickly before competitor gets time to react. Discussion in the previous section points to many areas which needs to focus before and during a new product launch. When aware of the above factor, marketers can make efforts to minimize risk of product failure. The starting point to envision and launch new products should be customer insight. If a firm develops products based on available technology rather than focusing on customers' actual need, it is more likely to lead to an unsuccessful product. In fact, customer centricity, that is, keeping customers' need at the crux of product development related activities, will benefit the firm in creating a winning product. Many firms involve important customers during the entire process of new product development and gain immensely from their usage experience. A product that relieves pain point in customers' usage is sure to find favor with them, and the firm can expect a healthy demand for it. Marketing research is a popular tool for understanding customers' need and areas for improvement in existing products. However, this is also often challenging as customers sometimes cannot tell what exactly they want. It is qualitative market research that comes handy then. Techniques of observation and ethnographic research, research in which the researcher immerses himself or herself in the daily lives of customers to observe them interacting with and using products, have proven to be useful to reveal real unmet needs of customers. Therefore, nothing can replace an accurate assessment of customer needs in developing a new product. Without an appropriate product, any other efforts of promotion or distribution will fall flat. Acting on customer needs and creating a superior product is the first major step to ensure new product success. Along with the above, a firm must also have a strategy in place to launch the product. This should be with respect to the timing of the launch, making sure that the market is ready to receive the product and the product is not too ahead of its time. The geographic area of the launch, careful selection of target areas that are likely to respond well to the new product, and also preparedness to counter any competitive reactions. Needless to say, the product's business strategy and financials should be sound before deciding to launch it. Also, as discussed earlier, there is much less risk involved in incremental innovation, that is, improving on existing products rather than trying to introduce an absolutely new product and idea. Every entrepreneur knows that productivity is one of the key ingredients for successful product development. The new product development process is often referred to as the stage gate innovation process, developed by Dr. Robert G. Cooper as a result of comprehensive research on reasons why products succeed and why they fail. When teams collaborate in developing new innovations, having the following 8 ingredients mixed into your team's new product development repertoire will ensure that its overall marketability will happen relatively quick and accurately, making everyone productive across the board. Let us now walk through the 8-step procedure for a new product development. The first step is generating. Utilizing basic internal and external SWOT analysis as well as current marketing trends, one can distance themselves from the competition by generating ideologies which take affordability, ROI, and widespread distribution costs into account. Lean, mean, and scalable are the key points to keep in mind. During the NPD process, keep the system nimble and use flexible discretion over which activities are executed. You may want to develop multiple versions of your roadmap scaled to suit different types and risk levels of project. The second step is screening the idea. Set specific criteria for ideas that should be continued or dropped. Stick to the agreed upon criteria so poor projects can be sent back to the idea hopper early on. Because product development costs are being cut in areas, pre-screening product ideas means taking your top 3 competitors' new innovations into account, how much market share they are chomping up, what benefits end consumers could expect, etc. The third step is to test the concept. Concept testing is done after idea screening, and it is important to note it is different from test marketing. Aside from patent research, design, due diligence, and other legalities involved with new product development, knowing where the marketing messages will work best is often the biggest part of testing the concept. Does the consumer understand, need, or want the product or service? Business analytics is the next step for the new product development. During the new product development process, build a system of metrics to monitor progress. Include input metrics such as average time in each stage, as well as output metrics that measure the value of launch products, percentage of new product sales, and other figures that provide valuable feedback. It is important for an organization to be agreement for these criteria and metrics. Even if an idea doesn't turn into product, keep it in the hopper because it can prove to be a valuable asset for future products and a basis for learning and growth. The fifth step is to perform marketability tests. Arranging private test groups, launching beta versions, and then forming test panels after the product or products have been tested will provide you with valuable information allowing last minute improvement and tweaks, not to mention helping to generate a small amount of buzz. Step 6 is to understand the technicalities and product development. Provided the technical aspects can be perfected without alterations to post-beta products, heading towards a smooth step 7 is imminent. The production department will make plans to produce the product. The marketing department will make plans to distribute the product. The finance department will provide the finance for introducing the new product. Step 7 is to commercialize. At this stage, your new product developments have gone mainstream, consumers are purchasing your good or service, and technical support is consistently monitoring progress. Keeping your distribution pipelines loaded with products is an integral part of this process too, as one prefers not to give physical or perpetual shelf space to competition. Refreshing advertisement during the stage will keep your product's name firmly supplanted into the minds of those in the contemplation stages of purchase. The final step is to post-launch review and perfect pricing. Review the new product development process efficiency and look for continuous improvements. Most new products are introduced with introductory pricing, in which final prices are nailed down after consumers have gotten in. In this final stage, you'll gauge overall value relevant to cost of goods sold, making sure internal costs aren't overshadowing new product profits. You continuously differentiate consumer needs as your products age, forecast profits, and improve delivery process whether physical or digital products are being perpetuated. What is the success mantra for a new product development? Balance. Your process should be flexible to respond to market changes, but enough structure to provide needed discipline at project execution. You should have all cards opened and fuse trust and openness to the project's core. Keeping all important aspects of the process known to the project group and management is decisive for the understanding of the common goals, developing profound sense of ownership and dedication to the process itself. Knowledge of who does what and what phase gives management streamlined overview of project accountability and traceability. Efficient and open communication prevents time delays and excessive rework as problems are early identified and handled. Good news, bad news, people need to know they can and should come forward if they need help. You know you are managing focused process when there is a little frustration, as all participants know what they are to deliver and at what times. Project members and management feel motivated as a result of working towards the same goals and solving compelling challenges. Management is focused on the clear performance goals with precise metric system and valuable reports towards confident decisions to fulfill organization strategy objectives. With right information and within context, management can make right decisions, keeping project portfolio balanced and killing poor projects on time. With enough clarity and focus, people will be motivated to perform their tasks and assignments. Everyone on board principle does not only lead to reduced time to market, but also increased ownership, performance, and learning. You make sure everyone on the team, from the senior to the junior, knows how he or she fits into the plan and why each person's contribution is important, building a culture of ultimate commitment to the project itself and overall new product development process. These challenges are known to disrupt new product development process that is not flexible enough to reflect reality of market changes will result in low involvement of the project participants and no sense of ownership. Trying to fit all projects under same process compromises project diversity that should be respected. If rigid software solution is in use, it can result in too much dependency on IT to reach the demand of constant changes. Lack of great communication is one of the top issues in NPD. Without right information, metrics, and valuable alerts and notification system, your new product development process is in danger to deliver. Poor results. Poor cross-functional collaboration and coordination will most definitely lead to missed steps and excessive rework. The ultimate result of that is constant delay in time to market that can seriously impact your profit margins. If there is no real-time data about the job that is performed, accountability and transparency are in question. Inability to engage management in quality discussion on the project themselves can result in inefficient reviews and poor interpretation of unified criteria. Lack of fresh reports with unique and true overview of the project portfolio can give distorted visions of reality and no traceability. Without same management vision, investments are often made in low value, sure bets projects that too often are misaligned with organization strategy. That is depleting resources for potential high value projects that can bring large profit for the years to come. Too many projects will slip through the cracks and reach too far into the process, consuming valuable resources. Let us now know some more facts about the new product development. The success rate of new products is reported as 10 to 20%, which means that 80 to 90% of new products fail. About half of all resources allocated to product development and commercialization in the US goes to product that a firm cancels or produce an inadequate financial return. Source: Winning at New Products by Robert Cooper. A survey by Nielsen found that 58% of the people on internet spend time discussing services and product issues. Some more interesting facts. 3M has been a pioneer in innovation and advancement of new technologies for more than 100 years. 3M was officially known as Minnesota Mining and Manufacturing Company until 2002, when it changed its name to 3M. There is a common misconception about the fact that innovation is a distinct business practice. Innovation is important and requires expertise. However, strategy and differentiation are distinctive business practices. The organization should focus not just on the innovativeness of an idea, but also in how feasible it would be to commercialize it. Also, innovation needs to be driven by consumer insight rather than technology. Let us now take up a case study on Kellogg's to understand the concept of new product development. Kellogg's is the world's biggest producer of breakfast cereals. Its famous brand includes cornflakes and Rice Krispies. To stay ahead in a market, businesses like Kellogg's have to make decisions about their brands. They have to decide whether or not to grow a brand or to let it decline. Kellogg's decided that it was not making enough of its Special K brand. It decided to expand it through using the brand name to promote other similar products. Kellogg's looked at the marketing mix for Special K to see how it could be changed. The marketing mix is the mixture of right product to make, price to charge, place to sell, and promotion to make people buy. For Special K, Kellogg's found out from market research that the product would suit new fashions for healthy foods. It is able to maintain a good premium in the market because it is a strong brand. It could be sold in all places Kellogg's products are sold. A special campaign could increase sales. Kellogg's also looked at where Special K was on the product life cycle. The product life cycle is the stages a product goes through. These are just like a living thing. The product is born, grows, matures, gets old, and dies. When it is born, it grows slowly, but as more people buy, sales grow. When it matures, other products have come out to compete with it. A business then needs to decide if the product is to be allowed to die. Kellogg's saw that Special K was a strong, mature brand that it could base other products on. It saw that Special K's strength could be used to launch a whole range of brand variants. First, in France, Special K Red Berries was launched. This was a success, so they were launched in Britain in 1999. Special K bars came out in 2001 with extra promotion. By 2003, Kellogg's had also launched Special K Peach and Apricot in both boxes and bars. The success of the new brands means that they are now sold all over the world. At every stage, Kellogg's tested the new brands with market research. They also watched closely to make sure that the new brands were not eating into the sales of Special K. The new brands have grown, creating a new market, while Special K sales have not dipped at all.
A lot of firms are scared of new product development because statistics point out and remind managers time and again that for every 4 products that are launched, 1 product emerges successful. This is a very high risk of failure, and it is this risk of failure that makes people wary of new product development. There are a lot of risks related to new product development, and one needs to understand these risks to minimize the risk of failure, to minimize failure of new products. Most new products fail because of a problem in its marketing mix. That is one of the 4 P's of product, price, place, and promotion. But apart from these major reasons, there can be other problems also that the product fails. And one of these is, first one could be over championing of the product. Over championing means creating an unnecessary hype about the product even before it is launched, so that at its launch expectations are not met. Second problem could be an overestimation of the demand for the new product, which causes a lack in demand once the product is launched and therefore causing the product to fail. The third problem could be an over-aggressive competitive response to the new product launch, which the firm had not anticipated and therefore could not ward off. High development costs are also a problem for firms who incur such high expenses in the development stages that after the launch they are not able to recover those costs. The important thing to remember for all firms is to keep customers at the center point of all innovation and development activities. In these times of increased communication between companies and customers due to new technology, firms can very easily interact with customers, and customers sometimes are involved in the entire new product development process. Firms can also use the important tool of marketing research that can enable them to gain insights about consumer behavior, both in quantitative terms and in qualitative terms. They can understand the expressed and unmet needs of customers and use that information to develop new products. More than that, a firm also needs to have a proper launch strategy in place at the time of the product launch. It needs to decide beforehand what should be the timing of the new product launch, the geographic area of the new product launch, and it should also be prepared to meet any competitive reactions.
To conclude our study on new product development, products have a limited life and customer needs keep evolving with time. To keep up with this continual process of evolving customer needs and ward of competitive threats, new product development is vital for any firm. New products can be seen as the result of mere repositioning, launching an improved version of an existing product, addition of a brand to by the firm to its existing product line, adding a new product line, or offering a completely new to the world innovation. There is a high rate of failure amongst new product launches, and the reasons can vary from fault in the product, pricing strategy, marketing communication, positioning, or distribution. Causes could also be creation of hype that product fails to meet or a strong competitive reaction on new launch. Risk of failure can be minimized by conducting marketing research to understand consumer needs and making sure that the firm has a sound strategy in place for before launch. Challenges faced in a new product development are rigid process, poor communication, and hard decisions. Success mantra for a new product development: balance, transparency, focus, engagement.